Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Rooster Teeth Podcast. I'm Gus.
I'm Ky.
I'm Blizz.
I'm Barbara.
And I'm Gus.
Hell yeah.
Wait, I didn't do it. I'm black. That was a great intro.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's from the podcast you guys did with Blaine for BHM?
So fun fact about that one. Fiona was supposed to come in, but Fiona's flight was late.
Mm.
So we were like, oh, we can just pull an ally. And so we pulled Blaine for that.
Yeah.
It was great. Blaine was lovely on the podcast. And honestly, a lot of the times he was just like listening because if he was just spilling knowledge.
And you.
Yeah. Well, that's right.
Oh, I thought you meant if he was spilling Blizz. And I went, excuse me?
Yeah, if he was spilling a little bit of Blizz.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was so much fun. I had a fun time.
I enjoyed watching it.
Gus, when you're out of town or not in the office for any reason, do you ever tune into the RTP?
It's not like every time, yes, but sometimes I will.
Yeah.
Or like, not even just RTP, but anything that we're streaming, I'll like check in on just to see how it's going, see what everyone's up to.
I do the same thing too. And then anytime I get caught in chat, everyone's like, go away, you're on vacation. And I'm like, I still like to see what my friends are doing.
I'll never type in chat. I'll just watch and be like,
oh really?
Cool. Yeah.
See, that was me on vacation. I tuned into one of our streams, and then people were like, "You're on vacation in Palm Springs. Go away." And I was like, "Okay."
You were literally Blizz was taking like a solo trip.
Yeah.
I don't know if he told you about it, to find himself or whatever.
Yeah, something like
Yeah,
that.
Blizz doesn't talk to me, so I wouldn't know.
Okay.
Do we need to, is this like an intervention right now to
We're
like
gonna mediate
solve,
something.
I think
solve
we're
this
still
friendship
running off
here?
the high of our stream, our STF stream of Mario Party.
Oh yeah.
And STF versus AH.
Blood was spilled.
Blood was spilled.
Who ended up
It
winning?
didn't have to be that way. It really
Alfredo.
didn't.
So AH won?
AH won.
How dare
And
you?
Barb, I
bring
want you
dishonor
to know,
to the family.
I want you to know not only did AH win, but Alfredo got first. I got second. So it wasn't even like STF got second. They got third and fourth.
Guys, what are you doing?
It's easy.
Boys.
We're working on it.
Boys.
We're working on it,
You
Gus.
gotta step it up.
I know. We're
This
gonna
being
train.
said, I would have lost too, if I was there too.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have come against me for no reason.
Well,
I mean,
no
I
reason.
Was playing the game.
Mhm.
I was playing the game.
I was wrong.
Uh-huh.
And
You're
I,
not wrong.
I two wrongs make a right.
It's funny
I stand
because
by
Not true.
I feel like I know everyone here pretty well. Gus is very competitive.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, absolutely.
Like, I think deceivingly competitive. Like, not a lot of people, because you're pretty chill, pretty laid back most of the time. You're down to clown, down to do whatever. But if you give something with any sort of competitive nature to Gus, ooh, it's over, baby.
Blizz was saying before we went live on the STF stream, I was playing Marvel Snap, and Blizz was like, "You're not you when you play Marvel Snap."
No.
He's like,
you when you're hungry.
You
Not
get
you.
you get really mad. You get really competitive and into
Yeah.
There was a Minecraft video we did, Minecraft hard mode.
it.
We did, well, this could be one of many, that we did during quarantine. I think it was during quarantine. We filmed it from home.
It was,
Where John put together this, like, cooking challenge in
Mhm.
Minecraft where we had to, like, find all the ingredients, and then he had, like, the recipes for us to make the food. And basically it was 2 versus 2. It was me and Gus versus Blaine and Chris. And Gus was shit-talking them the whole time. And, like...
I mean, bad.
I was just like, I really hope we're all still friends after this.
And then I was like sabotaging them, and
Yep. He was like hiding their ingredients in places, taking their tools.
I say, meanwhile, like me and Gus are sitting on the couch. Gus is learning gaslighting, and I feel like I'm rubbing off on Gus in the wrong way.
Yeah.
I'm learning
Yeah.
new skills.
Yeah, he's learning new skills from me, and it's
I mean,
bad.
There's gaslighting, but there's gaslighting well. And there was a lot of attempts at gaslighting. The only person who was actually correctly gaslit was Blizz. Alfredo
Yes.
and Gus both gaslit you. Everyone tried to gaslight
No, he
me,
wasn't.
gaslight me multiple
No,
times.
it wasn't.
You can try.
I was just
Barb,
trying.
I'm better.
I was just trying to gaslight you right now.
We got you once.
Which one?
You thought you rolled a
we
one.
almost.
Oh.
Yeah,
At what
that's
point
true.
is it just lying?
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
there's
that's
never-
close, yeah.
Saying gaslighting makes it fun and flirty. You
It's
know?
true. It's
Flirty.
very up
Fun
to
and
date.
flirty.
Fun and
Yo,
flirty.
I have red flags at home. If I had mine right here, I would be waving
I'm
it.
a red flag. It's fine.
Yeah, that's
You
not,
got no red on you. You got some orange.
That's how I deceive you.
that's the gaslighting.
I was trying to convince before the podcast started. I was trying to convince Blizz to make some special tea because he said he's gonna double fist Red Bull and some tea there. I said, why don't you just make the tea with the Red Bull? Just heat the Red Bull up and then steep your tea bag in it.
Oh,
We're gonna have to do that for a stream because
I-
honestly, I enjoy that.
I think we need
It's
to
a
do that.
cursed
I
drink.
have a genuine
Yeah.
question. Speaking of drinks,
Oh, I gotta
Okay.
chat.
my community brought up we brought it up yesterday because I was waiting for the Rihanna Super Bowl, you know.
Yeah.
Congrats to my love for being pregnant. And the conversation came up because it was a long line of events. It went from, you know, ripping a butthole and then when you're pregnant and give birth, sometimes a woman can rip her vagina into her butthole. And then also when you're pregnant, sometimes you can grow.
The way you phrase that is so.
Yeah.
It is. But
I know it's true. Like that,
is it.
basically the seam between your vaginal opening and your anus.
So all the masks or men or just people with penises or humans that think that women have two holes, you are correct in that moment because it ripped to their asshole.
Oh wow!
I promise you this gets to a point.
That's what the song is about.
I promise you this gets to a point because we're gonna get to my point about drinks eventually. But that led to when women are pregnant, they have titty milk sometimes because they'll grow a.
Why are you pointing to your underarm when you do that?
That's
that's because they'll grow a titty underarm and then they can have milk come out their underarm.
Wait.
Like from a gland or something?
Yes, like they'll grow a gland in their armpit.
Like they'll sweat it out?
No, it's not a sweat thing. Like a tit will grow in their arm. You can look.
But how does it come out?
There's a nipple.
Yeah, you have holes all over your body.
I have been a woman for 33 and a half years, and I have never once heard about armpit
I promise
titties.
you, if you go on TikTok and look up armpit milk, you will see pregnant women like squirt milk out their armpit.
Huh.
But then
do it on a private browser, please.
Too late.
Too late.
Too late.
I mean,
Gus, I saw
that
you
computer's already ruined. You've worked at Rooster Teeth
on
since its existence.
Yeah. So while Gus is looking up that, so this gets to the drink part because now we're on milk. I was telling people about how, you know, there's so many people that get on me because I like drinking milk, but I don't like almond milk and I don't like coconut milk. And I said, oh yeah, coconut milk. You know, I grew up thinking coconuts produced milk. Just because, like, you know, that's what you see on TV all the time. But no, it's just water.
Where's the titty on a coconut?
That's not the part.
Is that the title? Where's the titty on the coconut?
So that's my whole thing. So I'm like, how the fuck does a coconut produce milk? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And then I found out it's when they take the white part inside the coconut and mix it. I said, then that's not fucking milk.
Well, like milk is subjective.
No, it's not milk.
Almond milk. You think you milk an almond?
Where's
No,
the titty
that's
on an
why I was
almond?
confused. I'm like, why are we calling it milk? That's not milk. No wonder I don't like it. That's because I want milk.
You want like from the teat of an animal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Squeezed out armpit of a woman. Maybe.
Armpit. Listen. Did she wash her pits? Anyway, but then I got angry because I was like, so why is it called milk? And they're like, well, it's white. I'm like, so if I gave you a cup full of cum, is that milk? No.
Well, man milk.
Man milk. Okay.
So the definition of milk.
Okay, the definition.
The definition: an opaque white fluid rich in fat and protein secreted by female mammals for the nourishment of their young.
Female mammals.
I mean, that could be cum. Woman cum.
Yeah.
Well, female mammals usually.
Opaque white fluid.
But
I think it excludes coconuts.
Does cum have fat in it?
And almonds.
Right, no, just protein.
So why is it called milk? People treat me like, okay, try this almond vanilla milk. I don't want that. Try this almond. I don't want that.
It's like
milk is used in a loose term here.
Yeah, because it's just supposed to be an alternative for what you have. Like it's like fake cheese.
Like
fake cheese is
dairy
never
replacement.
Yeah.
But then call it fake milk. Why is it called just milk?
I think
milk,
people
technically.
know that almonds don't have teats.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't have
Where's
teats.
the teats on an almond?
I also want to point out I was the only one watching when this happened. But I saw Gus's face the second armpit titty.
When it finally loaded.
You guys were talking and he just went.
I'll do a dramatic recreation.
I know what it looks like.
Dramatic
I'm not
recreation.
surprised.
Oh. The human body is just so scary.
Let me read you her quote.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I was in so much pain. My armpits were filled up and my breasts were huge, just rock hard. And there's a photo of her lifting her armpit, showing
with a nipple.
No, it's swollen.
Okay.
I don't see a nipple of any kind.
Yeah, because I know you got glands in there that things could kind of like seep into, but I've never heard of a nipple
randomly
popping out.
So it's not like a nipple popping out like a
for suckling.
Exactly.
Her armpits had filled with breast milk, a little known but not uncommon side effect of engorgement, which is when an increase in blood flow and milk supply to the breast causes swelling, tenderness, and pain.
Apparently it's more common nowadays since people are talking about it. They're like, oh, that's normal. I have that too. Like more and more people are announcing that they have it, so they're realizing it's more common.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, like I'm a fucking 45-year-old man. I never heard of this. And apparently It's just something that happened and everyone ignored?
Yeah. So I'm someone that my only goal in life is to be a mom one day, and every day I learn another reason why that should not be my only goal in life.
I mean, there's also, there's a million things that could happen in pregnancy.
Yeah.
You know?
There's the human body is scary.
I mean, the human body is scary.
But I have added it to my notes
America's
app.
lack of healthcare system is scary, especially as it's just not great.
It's just not a winning time.
I mean, but I love milk, so I mean, if it comes out my armpit, as long as I washed recently, I'll drink it.
I used to be anti-milk. Online I shame people for drinking milk.
You would shame me?
No, I wouldn't shame you in person.
Just behind your back.
I'd be like,
it's okay.
Ky drinks
it's okay.
milk.
You wouldn't shame me in person, but I'd definitely beat you in person.
You would beat me in person. But there is like, I always make fun of people like, oh, you're drinking milk. Oh, you're lactose intolerant and drinking milk. That's a choice or something like that.
That is a choice, actually.
It's okay if you're drinking milk. It's fine. But also, I feel like human beings aren't supposed to be drinking milk. It's actually poisonous for you.
No, it's delicious.
We're not supposed to drink milk from other mammals. We're the only mammal that drinks milk from other animals.
Gus, things can be delicious and also kill you.
Yeah, but
give me an example.
Here's a hot take.
Here's a hot take. Let's go.
Do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. As long as you are not harming anyone else or what other people want to do with their lives. If they're not harming anybody.
What if it is harming? I'm not lactose intolerant, but if I am lactose intolerant, I drink milk. I have a partner. We both have to sleep in the same bed. That is harming someone else.
Well, not physically.
Yeah.
It's not physically.
Maybe emotionally.
Not permanent.
Yeah.
It's not physical. Because I have a partner who's lactose intolerant, and it's not a physical hurt. It's just like, hey, like, maybe don't drink dairy.
That was a rank one, baby.
It's that, but also like I've kind of noticed it in me too. But sometimes when drinking milk, you can develop like a rash and stuff like that. Like things can happen to your skin, and that's what was happening with people like I know, and then it also has happened to me where I'm like, why is my skin flaring up when I'm drinking 2% milk?
Why am I huge?
Why am I huge?
Why are my muscles
it's your bones, strong bones.
It's those bones. Those bones can't. The skin can't handle the bones. The skin cannot.
There are too many rules. That as someone who now has access to all the information of the world at your friggin' fingertips, there's just too many rules, too many things to avoid, not avoid. Some people think you should do this, you should not do this, of the same thing. Like, if you look up on the internet, is milk good for you? You will find everything saying yes. If you say, is milk bad for you? You will find everything saying yes. And so
I
it's
think
like,
that's just life.
I know.
It's just wow.
Very frustrating.
That's like the fine.
Like, one glass of wine is good for you because of this. Any alcohol for you is bad. It's detrimental.
Die.
What do I do?
Whatever makes you happy.
Drink watered down wine.
Drink water
because
down.
Like it's like a 1-to-1 and technically it cancels out.
Yeah.
Gus, I don't like the way you think.
Yeah, put ice cubes in your wine. Giant ice cubes.
First we got the Red Bull tea, then we got the iced wine.
Gus is on something. I don't know what it is, but the energy that Gus has been bringing
don't ice
today.
Your wine?
It's Red Bull.
It depends if it's white. I ice white wine or sangria.
If it's hot, I'll just put ice in it.
Oh.
Like I don't
sangria.
And that would make me really upset.
Yeah,
that would make me really,
those are two
really
words
upset.
that shouldn't go together.
Have you had mulled wine before?
Yeah, that's actually good.
No, mold.
MULLED, I think.
I don't know what that is.
My O's and U's get mixed up.
Hot wine.
It's kind of like you put like cinnamon and spice in it.
So no, but I've had like hot sake. I just really don't like warm beverages.
Okay,
I don't like warm coffee. I don't like warm tea.
Really?
What about like hot chocolate?
I don't like hot. Well, I don't like chocolate.
You don't like chocolate,
I definitely don't like hot chocolate.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you can give me like a nice sweet iced coffee or ice, like I like iced tea, iced coffee. I just don't like warm beverages.
And do you like your stuff really cold? Like you have to have ice?
No, my teeth get sensitive if it's too cold.
That's also fair. Wow. Okay.
You have a real narrow
band. I'm a very lukewarm. Like if I have a grandmother who likes her things either freezing cold, so she'll put her water bottles in the freezer, or it's piping hot. Like she'll put her food in the microwave for 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put my food in the microwave for 1.
5 doesn't it burn it?
Yeah, I mean she takes it out around the 2.5 minute mark.
That's the flavor, Gus.
But
oh my
she
God.
likes her things piping hot and
I like my
cold.
soup crispy.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I could leave something on the counter and be like, "This is nice."
Lukewarm,
Nice.
I will be honest. Like I do like lukewarm soda out of everything.
Okay.
Lukewarm soda
Isn't
is
it
really
flat?
good. No, if you leave it like in a can, if you leave a Sprite can out, do not open it. If it's warm, it's like. Yeah, it makes me happy. If it's cold, I'm just like, it's mid.
You know, when we had those storms and lost power a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah.
I lost power at my house, and like I was sitting there in the middle of the afternoon, like this sucks. It's miserable. It's like 50 degrees in my house.
Yep.
And I was like, I'm gonna eat a banana. I had some bananas on the counter, and I went and grabbed one and like peeled it and started eating it. I was like, this banana's cold. It's like it's been in the fridge, which I guess there's nothing wrong with, but it just made me even sadder about this
not
situation.
what you were expecting.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it sucks.
Were you guys able to salvage any of your food?
Yeah, luckily it was like freezing outside, so it's like I just took everything and put it on the patio outside
think
in the back.
We did not do that.
I think there are people still without power
They are.
right now.
They are.
Which has been today is the 13th?
Yeah.
And it was what, the 10 days ago at this point?
It was.
It was
More?
the
It was
second.
the 12th. Oh, the second.
third.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
10
been like
days.
10, 11 days almost.
I'm gonna fight Texas. Y'all.
You
y'all
won't
should be
win.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
win.
Unfortunately.
Alright.
I'm
As
gonna
much
try
as-
my best.
Yeah.
Luckily, we only lost power for like a day.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Luckily.
Yeah.
I mean, compared to
Yeah.
other
So-
people.
so compared to who, Barbara?
You.
Yeah.
Did you lose power, Kai?
Not at all.
Oh, good.
Not even a little bit.
There was a moment where I like text Barb and I'm like, hey, can I come over? I'm like
You
on
did,
my
you hung
way.
out, yeah.
I'm on my way.
I think what, like a third of the city lost power.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
majority.
it sucked. Because even after I got it, there were still obviously large parts of the city that didn't have it, and there were parts like where street lights at some busy intersections just didn't work for
They weren't.
days
Dude,
because
yeah.
they didn't have power. And I would see people just like blow through, not slow down, like, oh
Like,
my
they
god.
didn't realize that it was a 4x stop sign.
Right.
I just don't get how people who drive on the roads, who've been drivers for X amount of years, don't understand that if a traffic light is turned off or flashing red, it acts like a stop sign.
Of course they don't know.
I
A four-way
assume
stop.
that they're distracted looking at their phone and they don't see the light because it's not
Yeah.
on. I assume that's
And
what's
they're, like,
happening.
I feel
That
like
makes me so angry.
You're giving a lot of benefit.
yeah,
to
I was gonna say you're giving
benefit.
benefit to people who are just shitty at
Yeah.
driving, but because I see it too in Texas. You all don't know like roundabouts,
No.
and
Roundabouts
they're
here
new.
suck.
They're new, okay.
here.
But also roundabouts here
they're
suck.
just so bad.
They're badly
They're
designed.
bad.
Yeah,
Yeah. As
and
a,
it's very unnecessary.
Like roundabouts normally have the one lane,
Mhm.
but a lot of the ones here in Texas have two. But they have two where literally even the roundabout itself is made to where I can literally say a car crash can happen right there.
Yeah, I've almost gotten into an accident in the roundabout that we all know.
the one that's like right by the
Yep.
office.
Me last week, I was on my way to get some sushi for lunch, and we had to use the roundabout to get there. I was in the lane that allowed me to essentially get off at the second exit because it's a straight shot.
Right.
And the person was next to me, and I'm like, okay, well, you can't go straight. You can only go off at the third exit. So as I go straight, this car turns into me
Yep.
to get in front of me. And I'm looking at them, and I stop my
You put
car.
your
and I'm
hand
like,
on
we
your
will
hip.
both stand here, and I will honk at. Listen, people in Texas don't honk. I will honk at you. At that moment, I forgot we were in Texas, and he could have had a gun. But I didn't care. I will honk at you. Like, what do you think you're doing?
That
Yeah.
where you're talking about, that happens half the time.
Half the time.
I'm in that roundabout.
I hate
see
that
happening.
roundabout. It's because the way it's designed, so it's 2 lanes, but both lanes go off to the highway.
They have to both
So-
exit
Yeah.
going south on 35.
So if one person gets on in between
Yep.
at some point to not go on the highway, they want to go around the roundabout. There's cars that
Crash.
are trying to both go off onto the highway,
Yeah.
but you have a car that's like coming this way.
they need to be one lane over and they don't know it.
Yeah.
Literally every single day I look at that roundabout, and I'm just like, today could be a day.
Today,
Today could be the day.
today could be a day.
It's much better than what it was before. It was a light before, and it was a fucking
Oh
nightmare.
yeah, the light took
Christ.
forever. It used to back up on that road
So bad.
That scares,
so long.
that
That
scares,
scares me because I get backed up on that roundabout now to
Yeah.
this day.
Mhm.
So you talking about honking. So for the longest time, I didn't have a horn on my car.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, and so like, what would happen if someone was about to run into me or something like that?
I mean,
It's
people
not
in
even
Texas
that.
don't honk their horns.
They don't honk their
I do.
horns, but I do. I love the
Constantly.
silent treatment of like, you know, you did wrong, and I'm gonna see you, and I'm gonna look at you, and as I'm driving past you, you know you did wrong, and I know you did
I
wrong.
just
and
give people the
feel
thumbs
it.
up.
No, I give a thumbs down.
That
I'm
was-
very sorry. I'm very
that's
disappointed.
bad.
I give a middle finger.
No.
Oh wow.
No, I don't. People in Texas have guns. I don't do that.
I want to convey disappointment because one time I was driving past a school zone, and the school zone was active. You know, the light was flashing
Yeah.
for 20 miles an hour, and the person in front of me was going really fast and just like blew through the school zone, and there was a crossing guard who saw that happen, and she stepped out into the road and just started like double fisting 2 thumbs down to the guy. I was like, that's awesome. I want to do that.
I've
So from
seen
that day forward.
I've seen a trend where some people will just go like this
Mm-hmm.
to indicate like,
Tiny penis.
and I'm just like, that's it. I feel like that's gonna get you shot in Texas.
Yeah.
Oh, I went out this weekend to support. Thank you. I came out this weekend. But I went out this weekend. That threw me off because I was like, did I come out this weekend? Because you constantly come out. But I went out this weekend to go watch one of my friends perform in drag, Lori Bird.
Oh, nice.
And I have a question for y'all, and I've saved it for today.
Wow.
So I met a couple of people, and the name I gave them was Blizz, and they didn't like that name.
How rude.
And then I was like,
someone say, I don't like your name.
They were like, Blizz. And I was like, yeah. I was like, it's kind of an online name thing, and it's like something that I use like when interacting with people because it makes it a lot easier if everyone just calls me Blizz. And they were like, oh, you're the internet? We're living in the now. That sounds so millennial of you. And I'm like, oh.
Wow.
Okay.
I was like, yeah, they were like, yeah, you should give us like your real name, real in the now. The question is...
I like how he's explaining his story.
I know, explain the story.
Guys, like, let's go. Time is money.
Because I have a lot of thoughts, and I'm trying to wait.
I also have a lot of thoughts on that because it's like, do you get annoyed when people refer to themselves as a nickname when introducing themselves? Because it doesn't fucking matter. That's where I'm at.
As long as it's what they want to be called.
Yeah.
Want to be known as.
It was super weird, a super weird interaction because it's like their thing was, we're living in the real now, so you should probably give your real name. And I'm like
looking down their nose.
I'm like, my name is also something in the real now. Like if we're gonna talk about it, but I was like, okay, that's fine. You have a cute jacket. I'll talk to you later, type of thing. It was just a weird interaction.
No, it's fucked up.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
I'm
but
just like, did I ask for your opinion on my name?
Yeah, I didn't come after your name, Olivia. Her name's not Olivia.
It's just really interesting to me because it's like, what is the purpose of you asking my name? Is it so you can feel entitled to that information that I've given you? Or is it so you can know how I would, like, now that we're in a close proximity to each other, you can know how I would prefer? I don't know. It's giving weird. It's giving dead name. It is.
That's what it is too.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, I don't want to.
No, I want your legal name.
What do you feel comfortable me calling you? Because I want to respect you and respect your identity and everything.
So
like
what's the question? Is it like, how you
how would we murder those people?
Yeah, how would you murder those people? But also, like, would you prefer, like, when interacting with someone,
I mean, I can actually answer this question pretty easily because I'm now at a point in my life where more people in my life call me Ky than my real name, Kyla.
Yeah.
But anytime I go home, of course it's Kyla, because that's what they know me as.
Yeah.
And there's been a few times where I'll meet, say, like one of my childhood friends. They're like, oh, this is my friend. I'm like, hi, I'm Ky. And I'm like, Ky? I'm like, oh, shit. But you'll hear them call me Kyla, so I'll try to switch back and forth. But I'm so used to being called Ky in this space. For me, luckily, Ky is short for Kyla, so it really doesn't bother me.
Yeah, it's just like a nickname.
Also, at the same time, I'm slowly getting to a place in my life where I can see how giving out my real name can be a problem in certain situations because people can take that information and use it in ways, especially, we were just talking about AI deepfakes with like, with sounds, with pictures, with everything. So literally giving out any information is giving out a piece of you. So at the end of the day, trust that I'm giving you the fact that I'm giving you an answer should be enough.
Right.
The fact that I'm giving you an answer should be enough to know that I want you in my presence. If I gave you nothing, that means I'm ignoring you. I don't care about you. Like if you're then putting yourself on this pedestal to get more information, I'm sorry, but we're not there. I don't care.
Who are you to demand that?
Exactly.
Who are you to demand that?
It's funny because I never thought about it. I'm doing the opposite of what you're doing. I went by Gus for so long, and I've like over the past couple of years, I've been switching to Gustavo when I meet new people. So it's like the same thing where I'll meet someone like I had a new neighbor move in, and I was like he came up to talk to us. So I was talking to my other neighbor, and the new neighbor came over to like, oh, what's your name? And I was gonna say I'm Gustavo. And my neighbor said, oh, this is Gus. I was like, oh yeah. I mean, okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same name.
Again, I don't mind. It's like it's fine. It's still my name. Just having to manage
transition and try to feel like which part of me am I. It almost makes it feel like you can't just be you at all times. It's like, am I this internet personality right now? Am I a person that grew up on the East Coast for 24 years? Like, who am I? Can I tell you I am? You know, I'm human.
I've thought about changing my name, my legal name, to John Smith, and just keeping like Gustavo Sorola as like a stage name.
Hell yeah.
Just to have like the most generic name possible, where it's like you can't
you can't
find anything with that. Like, there's just so many.
I mean, we recently saw Griff. You know, they made the choice to change their name, and we're all respecting it and calling them that. And it's for that very reason of just, you know, how much do I want to give people that piece of me, like in terms of searchability and SEO. So I don't know. It's giving entitlement, and I really don't.
It was a red flag for me immediately.
Oh, yeah.
If I could maybe think through their process, it sounds to me like these people are not online people. It's people who probably don't have social media, or if they do, they just use it for like friends and family. And they don't quite understand this generation's desire for some type of anonymity and privacy.
Yeah, I was just saying privacy, definitely.
And just the idea that like your career and personality online like is essentially you. You know, like me saying, oh, my name is Blizz. Oh, is that your real name? Like, no, it's what I go by. It's like
almost like they think you're putting on a stage name, I guess.
Yeah, but
or like or I'm putting a performance.
Or that like, well, why would you give me your screen name? It's like, well, that I so heavily identify with that is me.
Yeah,
but
and
it's
hard
having
for people to kind of, I think, understand sometimes.
I agree with that.
Sorry if you're gonna go.
No.
Well, I was gonna say two things. One, I think it also has to do with the idea of what's a celebrity, what's an influencer, what's an actor, what's a comedian. Because an influencer, at the end of the day, it's sure you're entertaining, but I'm still just putting on myself. Like I am not putting on some entertainers do put on a character, so I understand how some people can see it as always that. But in reality, the current influencer, and especially micro influencers, are really just exuding themselves, because that's, and especially in a world that's so saturated with content, that's all you can really do to be different is be yourself.
Yeah.
But I think the thing that really bugged me about that is it definitely is what you said. Are they? Because first of all, they called you a millennial. Are you millennial? Like, we're in the now, as if Gen Z isn't. As someone who is in Gen
that's
Z,
what throws me off.
I've literally was born with a computer in my house, and I was late Gen Z. Like I am on the cusp. So if I was surrounded by internet and literally integrated into technology, what do you think the now is? You must be a boomer. Like I just.
How old were they? Were they younger or older?
They looked like my age. So
they're
26.
So prime millennial Gen Z.
Probably Gen Z, and I think I've heard some studies about this and some like findings about how Gen Z tends to be like millennials. I think were more focused on having like a screen name online. Like when we joined the internet, like we used screen names. We didn't use our full names. We were taught not to ever share your personal information, never this, your age, where you're from, all that stuff. I think Gen Z is kind of very open about who they are.
Yes.
With their name, not necessarily where they live and stuff like that, but just putting themselves out there, especially with things like TikTok, where it's like story times and this and that, where it's almost reverting back to like no shame in trying to hide anything, any details about yourself. So I'm interested if like maybe they're in that kind of camp of things.
That's where I was trying to think, and like it doesn't bug me with that, but I was like, that's such a weird mentality to go to a first and foremost a gay club that has people who constantly use nicknames or stage names or entertainment names constantly. So I'm just like, sorry, do you know where you are?
Well, it just seems very confrontational when you're meeting someone for the first time.
For the first time,
right.
That's why I was so
were they a friend of a friend?
No, you know what happened? This is what happened. I saw a very nice person with a nice jacket, and I go, hi, I just want to say I really like your style, and that jacket is awesome. It was a fuzzy jacket with graffiti on it. Yeah, because like majority of the time, in terms of compliments, and I tell people this all the time, I like to compliment people on like glasses or clothes that they're wearing, because majority of the time you never know if someone's feeling self-conscious about it.
Yeah.
And also like it's like affirmations like, hey, don't feel self-conscious about it.
It's also like
it's
those were
really good
choices. Like those are things that they, worked to pick out and style and stuff like that.
And it makes my day when like someone notices that like, I have nice frames or that I'm wearing like nice shoes or like a nice flannel or something like that. And I'm like,
I
oh,
like
thank
your
you.
shirt, by the way.
I was gonna say I like your hat, and also I need it.
Talk about this hat.
But yeah, it threw me off because it wasn't even like I came at them at a disrespectful like energy.
Right. You went out of your way to possibly and it's the smallest thing. People don't realize it, but me and BK were talking about it too. Me and BK just went shopping for wigs and stuff, and I was in her chat, and she had been going live for 30 minutes on like Sunday, and she was wearing one of the new wigs. So I immediately said, "Oh my God, your new wig looks amazing." She's like, and she said, honestly, thank you. No one had said anything. I was starting to worry if it looked good or not because no one had mentioned it. And it really is the small, like something that I thought meant nothing, because I was with her when she bought it. So I was just like, yes, trying to hype her up. But you really never know what someone's going through, like you said. And it's easy. True. It's the smallest way to just brighten someone's day. even just walking down the street, I don't do this as much as I need to. But if I lock eyes with someone, I'll try to do like a smile. Same thing here. I have very little spoons for small talk here, and when we, especially now that AH is in their temp space in the middle of everything. But at the very least, if I don't have the spoons for small talk, I'll do my best to literally wave and smile at every single person I walk by, because you don't know what people are going through. You don't know what's going on, and like, just there's nothing wrong with just being friendly.
Yeah. So
for you to have been friendly and then been met with more than that, it's just, I don't know. It rubs me the wrong way, especially since you're my friend. And listen, Blizz knows when I go out, I'm very protective. And if I was there, I probably would have done my best not to be involved, because I probably would have been bad.
I would have had a talking to with them. I would have sat them down.
Ky, Barbara, so these people were kind of fucking mean.
No, because I'm the kind of person that if someone bumps me in the club, I bump back with my big ass and make them go to the ground.
See, I have the teacher talk.
No.
All right, guys. So this is my friend. He came over and was just trying to be nice, and then all of a sudden you're attacking him for this thing, and it's just really rude. And I really think you should think about your actions.
That's so good.
Okay, bye. Have a good night.
Yeah.
With the eyes.
That's actually what happened at another show. There was this woman who was very drunk, and she kept bumping into my friend and my partner. I get very territorial. Protective. There you go. Protective is the best term of my partner. And if you put my partner in an uncomfortable situation, and I can read that immediately. All like lights go off in my head, being like, we need to intervene right now. And this woman just kept bumping into him, and then didn't say excuse me when like putting a glass between him, but almost hit him in the face. And I was like, hey, I'm gonna need you to back off.
It was me.
Yeah, it was Barb, and then I fought Barb, and Barb won. But the Barb won.
Big strong.
But I had a conversation with her. I was like, I need you to back off, basically, because she was not giving space to anyone. And then she tried to apologize, but I was like, hi, I don't need an apology. Just enjoy the show. I'm trying to vibe with my friends, please. And then she just wouldn't respect that boundary.
I feel like I need to come out with you guys to observe maybe something you guys are doing. Who knows?
Oh, victim blaming.
I'm just kidding.
I mean,
we play the tape back, and it's just them like punching in the air. I'm like,
it's actually me. I was the girl.
I know the places you go to because I go to you with them, and I try not to talk about it because I've actually been getting a lot of dislike for bringing up race relations as much as it is. But even hearing you tell the story, and I know the places you went to, so I know kind of the demographic of people you're probably dealing with.
Yeah.
And hearing you say like this is probably how you approach them scares me to this day too. Because I've had moments where I've just been like, hey, respectfully do this thing, and I've been called security on for being aggressive. When I'm literally just asking you to be like, hey, we were here first, can you stop bumping into me? And then getting called to a situation. So it's really a situation of just you're trying to set a boundary for yourself to literally just have fun with your group of friends.
And
then other people, again, I keep saying entitlement because it's almost that. Feel like they can enter your space because they feel like they have a right to.
Yeah, there's something like, I kind of know, just to be on a soapbox for a little bit, but there's still racism within the queer community. That's a thing. So a lot of the times when going out, you can kind of see it or kind of experience it. And I haven't experienced it a lot, but I've still experienced it to this day, where like, for example, I was on the dance floor and some lady hit me with a belt, and I was like, where the hell did
purpose?
No, it was collateral, but she hit me with a belt and it hit me like neck. And I was like, what the hell is going on here? And me and my friends like had a conversation with her being like, hey, that's not okay to do. Like, you can't do that on a dance floor.
Swinging around heavy things.
That's okay. But also, I constantly get told like I'm aggressive if I'm ever confronting. And I'm like, I'm the kindest fucking person, and I know I'm the kindest fucking person. I'm only aggressive on the internet when I pretend to be. So
literally,
like,
he's lying, by the way.
I'm lying. I am the meanest person at Rooster Teeth, and I want everyone to fucking know it.
It's to the point now where, like, I'll have friends who are lighter than me approach situations when I can, which is so annoying because I'm the kind of person that believes in standing up for yourself, right?
Yeah.
I'm the kind of person that believes in don't let people walk all over you, because I used to be that person that got walked all over all the time, and it destroyed me for a long time. But now that I'm on and about, I truly can't even put myself in a situation to stand up for myself or my friends. Like, I have to tell them like, hey, if you need me to stuff for you, I can, but this is probably how you should handle the situation, because if I do it, I'll be seen as a certain kind of way.
Then it's a problem.
Yeah, exactly.
And And then majority of the time, I'm down to be a problem if you make me a problem.
That part, like, I'm ready, but I'm just like, do I really feel like dealing with that level of it tonight?
Always be the villain. That's what I say.
I'm always ready.
This episode of the Rooster Teeth Podcast is brought to you by BetterHelp. I don't know about y'all, but when I'm feeling mentally at my best, I find myself being more confident at work, more outgoing in general, and just all around, like a better version of myself. But sometimes life gets you bogged down. You may feel overwhelmed or like you're not showing up in the way that you want to. Luckily, working with a therapist can help you get closer to the best version of you. Therapy can be a great tool for reducing your day-to-day stress, helping with anxiety or depression, or helping you work through a particularly challenging time. The beginning of the year is a perfect time to work towards empowering yourself in your day-to-day life. If you're thinking of giving therapy a try, BetterHelp is a great option that is convenient, flexible, affordable, and entirely online. All you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge if you want to. There's also a ton of ways to actually do the sessions. You can do video calls, audio-only calls. You can even just message your therapist if that's what you'd prefer. If you want to live a more empowered life, therapy can get you there. Visit betterhelp.com/rooster today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/rooster, betterhelp.com/rooster.
Barb is my #1 villain. I'll say it.
Excellent. That's what I want to be.
Barb is Batman.
Oh my God, Batman.
Find you a villain who enjoys it.
Yeah.
It's actually funny you bring that up because we do the show Tales from the Stinky Dragon. I'm sure you've heard us talk about it before, but we have a lot of our friends do these cameo voices, one of which is Raquel Lilly, who plays a big villain in the show.
We love Raquel.
Named Inku. And the way she voices it, it sounds like she has a smile on her face. Like it's a villain who loves being a villain. And I think that is the creepiest way to voice a character. Like, it is so...
Yeah, it's almost like Heath Ledger's kind of Joker, too.
It's very like, I'm gonna kill you. It's gonna be awesome. Like, very excited.
Oh, my God. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
She's great. So, if you haven't listened to Stinky Dragon already, Tales from the Stinky Dragon, we're having so much fun with it. We're almost done this campaign, too.
Yeah. I mean, if you were to pick a favorite villain, though, Quadran's still there.
Yeah, Quadran.
Just saying, I love arms. give me your arms. I'm down for it.
I've never actually done a D&D campaign. I would love to try, but I'd never know where to start.
Where would you start?
I mean, I know this is just another plug for the show, but with Tales from the Stinky Dragon, none of us really knew how to play D&D very well. So if you just listen to the podcast, you could kind of hear us learn how to do it along the way.
That's really cool.
We keep it pretty light.
Yeah, let's focus on the fun.
Yeah. But yeah, we're wrapping up our current campaign that we have going in the next few weeks, and then we're working on a new campaign, a new tale from the Stinky Dragon.
Should start pretty soon after that. I don't know what the exact time frame is.
Yeah.
I think I voiced a character. I was asked.
You think?
I was asked to voice a character for an episode. I don't know if it's happened yet.
Okay.
Or if it's in the new campaign. I don't know. I just remember someone asked me, like, have you ever done it? I'm like, yes, I really want to get into voice acting. So I did it.
You read the lines and everything?
I read the lines, recorded it, sent it in. No idea what ever came of that.
How long ago was this?
Maybe a month ago.
Okay, so it's possible the episode isn't out yet, or it recently came out.
No idea.
Yeah, we'll look into it.
I'm trying to see.
Yeah. I was like, because I know I played like 2 people. I played
You did.
your dad.
You did.
Or one of your dads.
One of my dads.
And also Quadran. And
I don't
honestly,
even know how
Quadran's the
much of I
most
can
fun.
say to see if I can figure out if we've done it.
Yeah, there might be. Yeah, if it's not yet out yet, there's some
No
might be some
spoilers.
spoilers.
No spoilers. So I'm gonna shut my big mouth up.
But it was really cool because that was the first time I got to like voice act lines.
And you were natural.
Thank you. I appreciate
Natural.
that. I had so much fun and I was like, oh, I'll take multiple takes. And I was like vibing.
It's almost like you were born to play Blaine's arch nemesis.
It's
It's a hard knock life, right?
It's a hard knock. It's really hard being Blaine's nemesis, but someone has to do it,
That's
you know?
where you're,
But no, I know like I genuinely enjoy talking, so wow, who would have guessed? Oh my
I
God.
had no idea.
Wow, I'm just known for never shutting up.
Boy, do we have a job for you.
Boy.
That's why I'm on podcasts right now.
You're on
like,
so many
can't shut
podcasts,
up.
and you have, oh my God, Blizz, the things that are happening for you in the next few weeks, months is insane. I'm so
throw
happy
up.
for you.
A lot of stuff going
Lots
on.
of things happening.
So much stuff.
What's happening? Can you talk about any of it?
Well, no.
And I don't know if you can.
I don't know if I can.
You will when it happens. You'll come
Yes.
back on the podcast
Yeah.
and talk about it.
Yeah, we can talk about it on the podcast, but I'm excited for a couple of stuff that we're doing, and also I can now announce this. I
Drum
think,
roll.
because if I remember correctly, I can announce it. But PAX East is coming up. I'm going to be going to PAX East. I'm going to be stealing Griff to come with me, and we're gonna be doing some fun little content at PAX East. So
filming some videos.
Filming some videos that
if you see them, run.
Yeah, if you see them, if you see both of us,
run away.
Run away. Do not say hi, huge fan. But I'm excited because this is like I'm like really wanting to get like Rooster Teeth to go to conventions and stuff because I feel like
we used to.
We used to
like crazy. We should. Have you been to PAX East before?
PAX East was the first time I got recognized
nice.
by someone who saw me in an Achievement Hunter video. And that was just, they were like, "Hi, are you Blizz Bear?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I am." And they were like, "Hi, I really loved you in this content and stuff like that." And I'm sitting here like, I really need to pee.
Of course you did.
On brand.
Of course.
I'm so sorry.
Was that last year?
That was last year. First time.
Rooster Teeth used to go to conventions all the time. We used to have booths that we would work at. I don't know if you watched this because it popped up recently. The prank video between Mega 64 and Rooster Teeth, where you guys covered each other's booths and posters.
That was at PAX East, wasn't it?
It was. No, I think it was PAX Prime.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Someone posted a picture of them with Gus, and Gus looks so young.
We've been doing this a long time.
I was like,
well, that video was 10 years or more than I think it was 12 years ago. That video.
Jesus Christ.
There's like, there's a couple of things
There's a little baby Eric in there. Eric Badur when he still worked for Mega 64.
I've seen the pictures of you at a con, I think, too. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, everyone's so young. But I've been trying to go backtrack on RT content a little bit. I recently just watched, which one was it? Simple Walk?
Simple Walk into Mordor.
Simple Walk into Mordor. Very fucking funny.
Or A Simple Walk.
I really enjoyed it. But like, I'm going backwards and looking at content because I have seen a little bit already. And I kind of know like the basis of everything. But I really want to take the time to enjoy like what has happened in the past and like how we can like revamp it.
Do you want suggestions?
Yeah, sure.
At any point? Okay. I'll give you some suggestions. Also, anybody watching.
Yeah, definitely give me
Blizz.
suggestions. Tweet at me to watch something and I'll tell you if I've either seen it or not.
Yeah.
No.
Or and then maybe it's something you can check out.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
There's a lot.
Oh, there's a lot.
20 years of content.
This is like, honestly, it's like trying to catch up on One Piece or something.
Yeah.
But, someone's got to do it.
It's a lot of content. And we're about to have more content.
What?
What? We kind of soft announced it last week, but if you've seen my hat, or if you're listening to the audio podcast, you don't know what hat I'm wearing. We announced a new brand / channel that we are doing called All Good No Worries. It's going to be femme-led content. It's a femme-led channel. We're going to have Always Open, which some of you may be familiar with. That's going to live on the All Good No Worries channel, as well as a ton of other content we're working on with a bunch of femmes around the company. So be on the lookout for that. You could subscribe to us. It's youtube.com/@allgoodnoworries if you want to go directly to the channel. And we're also on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all the platforms. So that's going to be a big project that we're taking on. But Always Open, it's like, it's crazy to be back doing that show.
Yeah, you've already recorded 2 episodes of it.
We did 2 episodes last week for the first 2 episodes that will premiere. And then we're going to do another 2 this week.
Yeah. And also amazing that's coming out during Women's History Month.
Yeah.
I know. I was like,
the timing worked out.
Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wasn't there like a character limit problem with like the Twitter handle or something?
Yeah. So on Twitter, I couldn't write All Good No Worries. I think I was 1 character too long. And so I just put All Good Worries.
All Good Worries.
Which I think is a funny handle.
Funny.
But a lot of people were like, oh, just do like All Good No Worry, like a single worry. Or like All G No Worries or something. And I'm like,
I mean, as long as people type All Good, it'll probably show up before they get to the no.
Yeah, just go follow All Good Worries and then you'll
Hear me out.
subscribe.
Hear me out. Mondo and I have a show on there and we call it All Bad Do Worry.
Or All Worries No Good.
All Worries No Good.
So if y'all get a show on there, can it just be me doing a whole bunch of things that are considered painful for femmes but allowing masculine to experience it? Like period cramps, like having the pregnancy thing. But I mean, femme doesn't necessarily mean vagina. So like this could literally be anything.
I think that would be very fun and I'm down for this. And I'm also going to sign up Armando for this.
I mean, Armando doesn't have a choice. He never does.
We'll just make it a segment.
Make it a segment.
Yeah.
No, but I'm excited for that. It could be a podcast segment. I think like having All Good No Worries as like a femme-led like space and network is just so good. And it's super cool to see Rooster Teeth moving in that direction. Because I'm like personally for me, I'm all about like community engagement, inclusion and diversity. So like seeing that and like hearing that, I'm like, oh, this is so cool. I'm so excited. And it just makes me pumped.
It's something that I've wanted to do for many, many years. And finally, it's, I think, the right time, and we got the right people involved, the right shows. Just kind of hoping to really grow that into its own thing. Have like our own little network of awesome things.
It's gonna be
just like
amazing.
good vibes all around.
Just good vibes.
That's really like when we were talking about the different shows that we wanted on the channel. We were all like, they have to fit the vibe. Like I can't describe what that is, but they have to fit the vibe.
All good, all vibes.
Yeah, if you like Always Open, you'll probably like every single show on the channel.
Yeah, Gus. And Gus actually approved all the vibes because Gus
true.
is the vibe person.
He's a vibe check.
I'll give you the vibe check. Yeah.
Yeah. Gus vibe checks me every day. He's like, hey, your vibe, and I'm like, I know, I'm working on it.
Beep 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 beep.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm working on it, Gus.
And it's a essentially a collaboration with Funhouse as well. So I've been working with Omar and Elise and Lindsay Washburn and Charlotte and everyone over there. They have some of the majority of the shows that we're going to be premiering on the channel, and brand new shows too that I'm very excited for.
That's really soon.
Yes, it's
really
in March.
soon.
We're premiering in March. I think March 7th is the public release of the first episode of Always Open.
I believe so, because there's a 4-week.
Yeah. And then hoping to get another show from Ky and BK that's in the works, so that should be very fun.
Can't announce it yet.
I know it's got to go through the proper
processes.
Yeah, but
channels.
We're working on it. Hoping to have info for you guys soon.
I see people in chat saying that they subscribe to
Good.
the YouTube channel.
Go
so
subscribe.
Go
subscribe. Check it out.
My eyes were super wide because I was like, wait, is March 7th like the official date?
March
like,
7th, yeah.
Okay, so everyone write that down right now, please.
March 7th.
Write that down.
Technically March 6th if you're a Rooster Teeth first member.
Oh.
Ting ting.
Okay, get that first, and then you can be ahead of everyone else.
Yeah, I think what I really like about All Good No Worries is that, like we said, there's a vault of content in Rooster Teeth, but at the same time, each kind of has their own niches and nuances, and something that, at least when me and BK were talking to you about how we wanted to be a part of it, is that, you know, being femme on maybe like a brand like Achievement Hunter, some things that you want to do just don't fit that brand specifically, which is perfectly fine.
Or the audiences that have been cultivated for those
vault
channels.
has been created and it thrives in what it is. But then when you come as yourself and you're just like, man, there's this one part of me that wants to create this kind of content that it just doesn't fit here. Where can it fit? It fits in All Good No Worries. So I'm really excited. A lot of people have been asking us for it for a lot of time. And if this show pops up, then y'all can expect Team Friendly Fire to make a comeback. And we're really excited about it. We're really excited about it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think also something that, I don't want to speak for the whole company, but I think something that Rooster Teeth is kind of going towards is really knowing what audiences are for which shows and which properties.
Yeah.
And so like really leaning into like, all right, the target audience for this is this group of people. Let's really make content for this group and like really give them what they want and really make a fun time with this. And I think it kind of goes for everything we're making, of just like recognizing what it is and not trying to necessarily please every single person, every type of person, you know.
Yeah, well, when you're trying to make something for everybody, you end up making something for nobody.
It's tough. Yeah.
You also lose yourself in the process.
Yeah.
You're not genuinely or authentically providing yourself for that content, and it's going to come off as fake. So
and like different than like obviously everything we make, everyone could enjoy it. We're not trying to be exclusionary in any sense of the word, but it's more of, we think this audience would really enjoy this content, so that's what we're making it for.
It's something you see all the time of like, if you look at big brands and big companies, it's like, if you just cater to this audience, like monetarily, you could be making like 10-15% more. Because if no one's catering to them, not saying that no one's catering to femmes right now, but if very few are, and then you decide to enter the space, it really is a race to be the first person to do it. Because now you are giving this channel, this group of people, something to look forward to, something they can relate to. Because again, we're being specific, not just general with it. And through that, you're providing them a face and a space. That's why, honestly, someone who's doing it kind of well is Disney. Disney has started moving their animated films into more diversity and inclusion. And the amount of times I see TikToks of like just little kids being like, that looks like me.
Oh, yeah.
Like you didn't see that in the past, but you see it now. And it just shows that there is an audience out there for everything. You just have to be willing to be the first person to see, like, can I pick their brains? And you have to be willing to figure it out.
Yeah.
Not everyone wants to copy someone else. They don't want to figure it out.
And
it's tough.
Yeah.
It's really tough. It's just also, I really want to highlight the fact that not every content is going to be for everyone, or they're not going to resonate with it. which is okay because there's other RT content out there that you can resonate with.
There's so much content.
There's so much content out there, and I'm like, oh, I can see myself within this. I've actually, what's really nice with the STF streams, I've been seeing people talk about, it's nice to finally see myself in like chit and chat and see myself in like RT content, and this is great. And like the stuffy squatties and squirties out there, I really appreciate it. I know.
He put quotation marks around it.
Out there. I really appreciate that type of feedback because it's like I'm doing something right, or like we're doing something right with having the conversations we're having and stuff like that.
Right. I think it's an important conversation to have too, that I think there's a level of entitlement assuming that everything you consume you have to enjoy, because not everything is made for everyone. And let's use RWBY as an example. There's people who love RWBY. It's like everything to them. And there's other people who watch it and they go, I hate this. I don't understand how anybody likes it. Therefore, this sucks. It's bad. It's bad. But then you have another group of people going, well, I love it. So no opinion is more important or better than the other. Yeah. But if you like something, like it. And if you don't, you don't.
I promise you there's something out there for you.
You can find something you like more, and you don't have to shit on people who do enjoy something because it doesn't line up with your particular taste. It's a hard conversation to have when you're in the industry of content creation. Yeah.
Thanks for saying it though.
But not everything is made for everyone. And sometimes you just got to recognize that. And it's okay not to like things, but don't shit on people who do. That's it.
I appreciate you saying that.
Anyways, piss, am I right?
No, that's also funny because I saw a comment in like one of the last RT pods. They were like, 737 episodes and we're still talking about piss. Let's go,
That's
gamers.
Right, baby. Like, we have not grown.
Piss, gotta keep it for this episode as well.
Yeah. It was relevant back then. It's relevant
now.
I still piss every day.
You still piss, still shit every day.
Colin M. Parker says, thank you for organizing a Squirties Blizz.
You should shit every day.
Huh.
Oh yeah.
You should shit every day.
It's normal not to though. There's some people who poop like every 2 to 3 days.
Because you like it and then I don't, doesn't mean that you should hate on me.
Yeah.
Don't shit on it.
I'm gonna be a hater. I came here to be a hater.
You are the villain. Remember, this is our villain arc.
I feel like I'm being a bad influence on everyone here.
Just be like a sloth and climb down from the trees once a week.
You wish you could influence me.
I wish. One of these days.
It's always so funny to me when I look at comments, and it's the definition of the duality of man.
Yes.
Where one comment will be like, oh, I love when they do scripted stuff like this. This was so funny. And then the next comment you read will be like, I hate when they do scripted stuff. This was awful. I didn't laugh once, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, do you not not?
I think that's see the other person literally right below you.
Yeah, and I mean that's just also proving your point that you can't cater to everyone.
You can't. It's impossible.
What you're doing, and I think that's something I've realized soon or really quickly. And I talked about it last pod when I opened up my DMs to the public. Which, thank you so much for influencing me to do that because you did that, and I was like, oh, this is great. But being able to see people comment and be like, hey, I'm a longtime RT fan, and like I've been watching since RWBY and
Red versus
honestly,
blue.
Yeah. R versus B.
R versus B. I've never heard anyone call
I can't even think of any
RWBY.
RWBY. But it's so funny that I said
Ruth versus Bader.
That's what I was thinking.
Max and RWBY. That's what you did.
I was.
So you talked about opening up your DMs and people messaging you. Jordan Swears used to do something a long time ago that I always thought was a really good idea, and I've always wanted to do it, but you really can't do it anymore these days. But he used to do a thing where if he was traveling or he was out somewhere and he saw a payphone, he would tweet the phone number of the payphone and be like, I'm going to be answering the phone for the next 10 minutes.
Oh, that's
And
sick.
then just have people like call and just like answer the payphone and then talk with them for a little while and then just like hang up and just try to have like a bunch of different mini conversations. But it's like, where can you find a fucking payphone nowadays?
Yeah, I also love the idea of him being done with it, leaving, and that payphone's still ringing because that phone number is
It's like you delete the tweet or whatever. Be like, all right, I'm not doing this anymore.
Someone walking down the street goes, hello?
Yeah, but just going off your point, it's something I've thought about doing for a long time because we always talk about like anytime people can speak to me, like in my streams or anything, they have a lot to say, and it's very easy to get absorbed by the negative. And it's happened to me. There was a point where I was very jaded, very not okay. It's honestly one of the reasons why I took a break from being in content for a while. Is because there was just so much hate, and it was to a number and a degree that I could not handle, and as rapid as it was coming at me. And so I closed myself off, and I didn't know how to let myself be me again in a lot of content, or even be me again kind of in person because I didn't know who I was. And if I was trying to cater to someone, if I was doing things to be me. And recently I've been good. I've been better. So it just occurred to me, I'm just like, let me see what happens because again, when you're on the internet, you're opening yourself up to everyone, to be vulnerable to literally anyone. Oh. So I'm like, let me see what happens when I open up to myself to people that I know care for me. And I was expecting a little bit of bad, but I personally got over 200 messages and not a single one was negative.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Like it was.
Let me change that.
Wow.
Actually,
I need to keep you humble. I'm just kidding.
No, I mean, no. Please keep me humble.
I'm just bullying you guys
That's
today.
why I stole your star. It was a favor for you.
I think the funniest part about it too, though, is like, so example, there are people like Chris Lawrence, who was a part of Need to Blizz fucking message me. I'm just like, sir, you have access to me all the time. It's like, I don't care. If you're gonna open your DMs, I'm gonna DM you right now to tell you that you are one of my biggest inspirations. I said, shut up, stop it.
Oh, that's sweet.
So,
you're about to make me cry. Actually, and I'm trying my best not to cry.
Stop. Me and Blizz
Do you want some
have
chips? Will that make you feel better?
Me and Blizz have this thing where anytime that because we hang out enough, but anytime where we support each other, kind of industry professionally wise, we're really just trying to one up each other on things. Like anytime you rate me, you're trying to be. I start spewing all this amazing thing about Blizz. He's like, Ky, no, shut up, stop. Anytime I rate him, he's just like, Ky, if you guys are not following Ky, as we're always trying to one up each other, just to say like, yo, I would not be the influencer I am without Blizz. He says the same thing to me, and it's really awesome knowing that there's people out there that don't know you and are willing to give that. But even it honestly means even more so the people that know me, the good and sometimes not the not so good, and still would be willing to go into my DMs and be like, you know what, you're kind of fucking badass.
Yeah, I mean, I could at least speak from my experience. I remember when I first tweeted out I wanted to work with Rooster Teeth, you vouched for me. And then this was like when I was first getting to know you, and I was like,
we did not know each other.
We did not know each other at all, but you were like, honestly, vouch, because you seem like fucking cool. And I was like, hell yeah, and we got to meet in person. You're really cool. First time I appeared on a Achievement Hunter like stream, Barbara was in the chat rooting for me. My boyfriend saw it and was like, Barbara's in there, and was like, yeah, that's my boy, let's go.
Yeah.
And like, I've been trying to be friends with Gus every single day. But,
he's a tough nut to crack.
I tell people about this all the time.
He's a hard shell.
Like, Gus, like, we're not gonna go to a bar or anything like that, but I do appreciate it when like you have moments where you do think of me, and I don't know if you know that you think of me when you say like, hey, there's actually this vegan spot that I want to take you to.
Oh, yeah.
Or the one time where I was like, yeah, it's rainy, I want soup. And you were like, oh, let's go to Soup Pepper or something like that. I was like,
Gus is a really good dude. I think he doesn't get enough credit for doing that.
No, don't tell them.
Okay, yeah, we're not going to compliment Gus.
Don't tell them.
Yeah, Gus is the meanest
That's
person
for us.
ever.
Gus is great because if you need any sort of advice on anything, Gus has it. Like,
But he
I'm just like, this thing in my house is broken. Do you know who I should call? And you're like, it's like
he like riffs off super well too, and I'm just like, oh, god damn it. But just to like talk about everyone here, like everyone at this table has believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. And it's really nice. Yeah, jury's still out there. No, Barb, please keep bullying me. Please.
We're getting too emotional.
We're getting too emotional. I need it. But yeah, there's a lot of people who, like, especially in the RT just group and outside of RT, that believed in me and is the motivation for me continuing what I'm doing.
Look at you now.
We're good at seeing people. We're good at seeing the potential and the value people bring to things, even if they can't see it themselves. And I think something that I really appreciated about Rooster Teeth, especially this year. We've had a hard year. Everyone here has each other's backs, like hardcore. And we've been through like a lot of really tough times together as a group and individually. And the camaraderie in this building with these people is like, the audience doesn't get to see that as much.
Yeah, they don't.
But it's really strong and it really exists. And I think like everyone here has each other's backs, and we all just like, we just want to make good shit. We want to make like fun content. We want to have fun with each other. We want to entertain people.
We want to have fun. We want to show other people and help them have fun.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's really what it is and what it's all about.
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
Yeah.
I genuinely think one of the most beautiful things about it, as someone who came in as a fan, as someone who was, I don't know, has watched the how fun has changed. People keep saying like, oh, Rooster Teeth's not the same as it used to be. Of course not. People grow, people change, and like seeing how it's changed and then seeing how it's trying to open itself to be for more people like me, like Blizz, like BK, like Griff, like Laurel, or Cat Scratch, like our friends outside as well. And it's just so cool because back then it was great for what it was then, and now it's great for what it is now, because it truly is morphing and changing to fit the people that's supposed to in the moment that it is. So I'm kind of happy we're not who we used to be. I still love it. I was a fan back then. I'm a fan now. I'll still go back and watch those videos and be like, and think to myself, I can't believe that I'm now in the position I am in now. But it's just so cool to see something morph and change, because not everything can morph and change.
Yeah. And it's like it's not like a drastic change in my opinion, but it could be that's completely subjective. That's the correct term for it.
It is.
But there is like a couple of changes that are happening within the company that I finally see myself within the content, and then I also see myself within the content because I see myself in the content.
Physically,
literally.
That's you. That's your face.
But like, because I started watching Rooster Teeth around 2019, or it was either 2019 or 2020 when Fiona Nova joined. So like, I got to
that's
see
when I started
2017
rewatching it heavily. But I've been watching since I was in middle school, 2012, 2013.
Yeah.
So,
oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that was like the Gmod prop hunts.
Hell yeah.
Like,
middle school 2013.
I mean, also like
Gus, you're
21.
I've been going so hard trying not to say anything age-wise.
I've been trying my best not to look at Gus when I talk about.
We're gonna cut back to Gus, and he's gonna be an urn.
It's like next, it's a skeleton, then urn, and you're like, why is it progressing?
Yeah,
it's just ashes.
It's the growth. It's the more
change.
There's also like, you know, Rooster Teeth started out with Red versus Blue, and like, I remember when y'all added animation to Red versus Blue, people were freaking out. Some people like really enjoyed it, and some people were like, what the fuck, this isn't machinima, this is like isn't true to what Red versus Blue is. And then you guys added shorts and like all these things that people felt like the core of the company was changing and that they didn't want change. But like, man, if we were still just making R versus B, you know,
I mean, that's what it is at its core.
We'd be pretty bored.
No matter what you do, there are a lot of people who don't like change. And, you know, even now, things that are popular today were viewed unfairly or like they weren't very popular when they started. And it's easy to forget that now when things become more popular and everyone latches onto it. So it's easy to get lost in the weeds when that stuff starts and you know, lose your direction.
Well, it's tough too because everyone here is so creative and there's just like an endless amount of creative ideas. And there's just not enough time in the day to do them all.
Yeah.
And I think that's why like there's oftentimes we'll sunset one project to start a new or like bring stuff back because we want to try it again. Because just like we just always want to try stuff.
Yeah.
I always want to do stuff.
That's why I saw you were about to say something.
Oh no, it was something not about this, I'll be honest.
Oh, I was just gonna say that's why kind of Black History Month this year has kind of meant the world to me. Because, you know, it's something that I wasn't trying to spearhead when I first came up with a bunch of ideas. I truly was just trying to think, I don't want to do nothing for Black History Month. So I went kind of, me and BK sat down and we were like, what do we want to do? And we were like, and how can we make it inclusive to the content that we're already creating? I feel like a lot of people wanted us to do something above and beyond and be like, scream like, Black History Month. We're doing something completely new, which is, to me, a little bit of what live streams have been in the past, which is amazing because that's purely based on showcasing Black talent. But we wanted to show that Black experiences are part of every day.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be something special. I mean, it always is special, but its existence is special enough. And then to have gone from me and BK have maybe like 6 ideas to, I'm trying to say how much I can reveal.
You cannot reveal.
I can't reveal the thing. I know I can't. I can't.
Now I want to know. Tell me later.
Yeah, we'll tell you later.
But to have that, to be then working alongside like John Holland from Funhouse, Griffin, Blizz here, and then even work like I have never been in such a position. I've worked here for 2 years now, and I've never been in such a position where I've been able to talk to higher ups, been able to talk to the design team, the social team, the different direct leads and the brands for all of us to really come together and be like, yes, we're gonna make this month something special, and it doesn't even have to be special outwardly, but it just felt good for me as a Black woman, and it felt good for me, and if that means it also feels good for the audience, then that's great. But it didn't feel like we had to put on a spectacular show. Like, we are spectacular enough as we are, and it was just fan-fucking-tastic.
The things that you have been doing, and I got to see everything.
You've seen all of it.
You have killed it first and foremost, and I'm super excited for the audience to see what everyone has been working on. And sheesh, that's all I can say.
I'm just like the audience. I'm just watching along, seeing what you guys have planned.
It's okay.
Shout out to y'all for getting Is It Problematic over 1 million within like days. Like 4 days, it got over 1 million views. That
was the funniest.
We discussed, I guess, one of the origins of Barrel of Laughs.
Yeah.
I won't explain it, but you should just go watch the video. It's on the Squad Team Force Instagram and TikTok and Twitter as well. It is. I watched the raw footage of that, like before it was even edited, and I was howling. It was so funny. And we were actually just talking about it right before the show, but I watched the show on Netflix called The Circle, which maybe you guys are familiar with, but there was a cast member of The Circle who shared it on his Instagram.
I would have freaked out.
And I was like,
that's cool.
I would have freaked out.
His name was, who was it? I could find it for you here in like 2 seconds. But I like messaged back from the Squad Team of Force. I'm like, thank you for sharing.
Yeah, it's super cool.
So sick.
His name is, here it is, Everson.
Nice.
Everson. He was the Reverend.
He was in season 4, I think, of The Circle.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it was like someone, he was playing his wife, or like his wife was playing him or something. There was some connection there, I think. I don't remember.
Yeah, but it's problematic. It's very funny because I stream on Twitch, so some people will come in and be like, "I saw you on a TikTok. You're a problem," and I was like, "You're right."
Yeah.
I was like, "Okay, I don't know which one you saw."
It's fun when my sister, who goes to HBCU Hampton University, and I'll be FaceTiming her, and then one of her friends who's in the room will be like, oh, "You're that girl on that TikTok." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah." So,
you were canceled before.
I was canceled before, and I think is that the number one? Is It Problematic? The one where
I think that one's at like 6 million. Yeah,
it's at 6 point. Oh,
6.1 maybe. Yeah.
6 million people watch you get canceled.
That was for us discussing the term basket case.
Yeah. We don't need to relive
it. Just go watch it. Just go watch it.
I was like, it's a really cool series, and we're kind of I can't talk about that. Nope, can't talk about that a little bit.
Is it stuff that's releasing?
It's not stuff releasing, but stuff that we're going to be doing soon.
Okay.
With it, but I'm excited. I am excited about it. That's all we're gonna say about that. But
I was talking all about All Good No Worries in detail. I'm giving the audience all the information.
All the tea.
I don't want to be the Tom Holland of Rooster Teeth because I will hold up a
that job's taken.
This is coming.
See this young face.
See that young face.
Gus is the Tom Holland of Rooster Teeth.
Zendaya's coming for you.
I think more of the story, I think what we can all agree on is Rooster Teeth has a lot of projects coming out, whether it's for All Good No Worries, Black Heritage Month, Squad Team Force. There's a lot of things under the belt that I really wish I could say right now, because I'm actually really happy about one of them, but it's fine.
But you can kind of tell that, like, you can see the passion when we're talking about it, too.
Yes.
That makes us super excited for you all to experience as well. Like, the things that we can't say, but we're like, ugh.
I will say one thing right now. Everyone, I have a tweet in my drafts that say, if me and BK did blank, would y'all make it go viral? You better retweet that tweet and make that tweet go viral, and then the blank go all viral as well.
Is this potentially the thing you filmed?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
That's awesome. I've heard nothing but amazing things about that whole day.
Very happy about it.
We're talking about
teasing
secrets,
a tease.
Welcome to the secret.
Yeah, we're bringing cosplay to Rooster Teeth. Me and BK are headlining cosplay department here, and the next I thought
that was real. I was like,
no.
I have an idea for Gus
for a costume.
Yeah, Master Roshi.
Right.
We're gonna get you a Master Roshi from Dragon Ball.
I'm gonna be the old man from Up.
Oh, that'd be cute. You also but to that point though, Gus, just because you are of less young age.
If
I say older, he's gonna get on me. If I say less young, he's gonna get on me. You're older than me. That does not mean that the characters you play have to also depict you don't have to do Master Roshi. You don't have to do old man from him. You do whatever
you can be the Karate Kid.
You can be the Karate Kid.
I can be Tom Holland.
You can be Tom Holland.
We can make you
Peter
Tom
Parker.
Holland.
No, I'll cosplay Tom Holland. Not Peter Parker. Tom Holland.
You can be whatever you want to be. I said this on my stream once because someone came in being like, yeah, if I did cosplay, I would only be able to be these characters. I'm like, no. The beauty of cosplay is that these characters don't exist. You will not hurt their feelings by portraying them. You can be whatever you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
Literally anything.
Yeah.
And the same thing for life.
Mm-hmm.
Be whatever you want to be, baby.
As long as it doesn't hurt anybody else.
Right.
Or yourself.
Like maybe don't be a Nazi.
Maybe
not. Yeah, that's not a great idea.
Yeah, don't. and support trans folks because that's a big one. And I'm currently wearing a shirt
that's a conversation of something that's current events that really pisses me off.
I love that. Did you bleach that yourself?
No.
Or did it come that way?
I went to a club and I saw a DJ wearing this exact shirt. And I went up to him and I said, "Hi, I really love your shirt. Can you give me a website or where to buy it?" And he gave me the website, and it says like protect trans kids. And I purposely, like I told my chat yesterday, I was like, I'm wearing this on the RT pod because it's a good fucking shirt.
It's a good shirt. I didn't even know it said kids on the bottom because I can't see that.
There's a little knife.
I have a shirt that also says protect trans kids, but it's like in the trans flag colors. But this one has a knife. I need to get this one too.
Guns and roses, except
I'll send you
Send me the link.
There's other colors as well.
Yeah. I like that. I like that.
It's a good one.
Did you get an exact same colors as the DJ?
Just need to add a knife.
So you're a copycat.
Yeah, I'm a copycat.
Damn.
I saw the style and I was like, I can make this my own in some way.
No originality.
Yeah. Did the DJ have the necklace and the hat?
No.
Exactly.
Not everyone wears the orange beanie.
I've had the necklace and the hat.
Oh yeah, we all have.
Do that. I think for RTX we should have a Blizz day where people dress up as Blizz.
What? Way to be entitled. Way to make it all about you.
I kind of like it.
Blizz, what's your birthday again?
March 5th.
You should like try to secretly subvert like an STF panel or anything and try to get everyone in the audience to dress up like you.
Yeah.
Wait, your birthday's March 5th?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. Okay. I was like, that's not a Pisces, is it? But it is a Pisces because it starts end of February into mid-March, right? End March. Okay.
Yeah. Speaking of RTX, though, we've been tasked with creating creative like recently for RTX.
RTX is going to be very cool this year.
Yes, it is.
I have ideas and I need to bring them to the table and I'm excited.
Yeah, our meeting about RTX is this week, so we also have to bring ideas to the table, and I'm excited.
We just did a little quick meeting about all good no worries at RTX and what that might look like.
Ooh.
There might be a whole presence there with like tons of fun stuff to do and see.
I volunteer as tribute.
Oh, you'll be there. You'll be there.
You've been volunteered.
Yeah, you've been volunteered on our behalf.
I love that.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be real fun.
I've been thinking about getting buttons made or stickers made. Now, I've talked about this before in our chit and chats, where I want to get buttons that say squirty, squatty, or stuffy. And then have you decide. You can't have all three. You get one.
Yeah. I mean, you could buy all three and give them out.
I'm gonna gatekeep all of them.
Can we have a chit and chat stream? Can we buy like a button making machine and just have a chit and chat stream where we make all those buttons?
That'd be really cool.
I'd be down. I think that'd be
just
very
like
fun.
an hour or like 2 hours. So it's like today we're just gonna hang out. We're just gonna make squatty. We're gonna make stuffy pins all day for the stream.
No, I'm not crying. I just think that's very adorable.
Yeah, that is very cute. And we could stream it.
We should absolutely be doing that.
I'm really excited for you to be RTX because RTX last year you were announced as joining STF.
Yeah,
so
this is my first time
like
doing
a full circle moment of.
And then we all hid from you.
Officially a full hire.
Have you ever been hired and then had all your coworkers hired?
Yes, Matt and Jeremy.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw that video, but yeah, basically what we did at RTX, we filmed a little video. We put it out on social, but we played hide and go seek with Blizz right after we announced that we were hiring him, where we all like dressed up as essentially attendees and sat in the audience at our panel.
And you were dressed like exactly like someone else.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, that's not Barb.
I was wearing like the Achievement Hunter hockey jersey and like I had a Yang mask on and like a baseball cap and everything. And I'm just like,
and there's literally someone who looks exactly how you look, like a couple rows behind you. And I'm like, how did you do this?
It was very silly.
It was a very fun time. I'm excited for RTX this year though, because I want to do some degenerate shit, obviously. But also, this is my first time being a full-time person.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot different than it was for you last
year. Oh yeah, it's going to be a lot different.
Yeah, a lot more work.
This one makes 3 different sizes. Is this one okay?
Are you getting a button maker right now?
Yeah.
Cute.
Oh yeah, let's get button makers. I think this would be. Yeah, I'm down. Yeah,
okay.
I love
that. Looks cute.
Right now, it'll be here.
Also,
Thursday.
I would be remiss if I didn't mention this weekend is the premiere of RWBY Volume 9.
Yeah.
Oh yeah! Wow. Hell yeah.
I've been waiting.
It's come up quick. Like, I mean, I know it's been like 3 years since RWBY.
I've been waiting.
We've been waiting a long time, but like we had the trailer like less than a month ago, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh shit, it's this Saturday. Like, Ky, you are not ready. You are not ready. I got a sneak preview of a bunch of the episodes, and y'all, the season's so good.
So actually, shit.
Did you get to see any?
No.
Okay.
But for those that don't know, I'll be at Level Up Expo this weekend because I'm going on Friday for Level Up Expo. And I actually tweeted, who should I cosplay when I go there? I do have a cosplay for Yang. So maybe, not Yang, sorry, Blake.
Okay. I was going to say, I could see you doing both.
Else, no, the reason I got it confused is because I was going to do a 4 with someone else, and someone else in the group, someone you know, was going to do Yang.
Okay, gotcha.
But I have a cosplay for Blake, so I'm like, it has to be. If Volume 9 comes out,
Saturday.
I have to go.
Yeah.
That Friday, I should just be Blake.
Absolutely. It'll be available on Crunchyroll, so make sure you're subscribed to Crunchyroll to see it, because that's where RWBY will be this season. All on Crunchyroll. They got the exclusive deal, and we're really excited because, just getting a lot of people to watch the show is really cool. A lot of people need to be introduced to the world of RWBY.
How does it feel to be on something that's as big as RWBY is? I know you've been doing it since the beginning, but still, like, does the feeling change? Does it alter?
It's always weird to me. Like going to conventions and meeting people who've watched the show, or people who like have tattoos of our characters, or like whatever it is. I'm just like, oh my god, you really like us.
Yeah.
Yay. We did it.
Really.
There's I was talking to Barb in the car because I didn't watch RWBY first, but like now I'm about like season 3 part 2 right now.
You're not caught up?
Not caught up.
Fake fan.
You could get caught up.
It takes, I'm going through all of everything. But I've been playing Paladins where you have RWBY skins in there. And Barb was like, yeah, you're playing Yang. And I was like, oh no, I play Weiss. Oh my god, I love Weiss.
Blizz is a Weiss boy.
Oh my god, I am.
Yeah,
I love a mean girl.
I've met so many RWBY fans over the year. I could almost meet someone and talk to them for like a minute and know exactly which character is their favorite.
Who do you think is my favorite character?
I think
I
probably Nora.
No.
Really?
It's not.
Is it Blake?
No.
Who is it?
It's Penny.
I was gonna say Penny. I sensed you like a redhead. Yeah.
It's a redhead. It's her positive energy. She's just so cute.
Yeah. That's why I was thinking Nora, because Nora's very similar.
I have a Penny plushie in my streamer room.
No.
Yeah, I got it at last RTX.
Oh god. Yeah, I want to do like a Weiss ginger bin cosplay because I think that'd be kind of fun, and also it would.
So when you do it, let me know so I can do Blake.
Okay, it gives me an example to just be like mean and
you know what we should do?
Rich.
We should, to help promote RWBY, of course, and not for my own benefit at all. We should do something with AH and STF where we just like do a cosplay day, a RWBY cosplay day, and everyone comes in as like a RWBY character.
Yes. Oh my god, it can be like those TikToks where it's just like we told everyone to arrive at 10 a.m. because that's when the day starts. And as people arrive, it's like like the Beyonce thing, like this is this version of Beyonce, or this is this. It's like this is this character from RWBY. This is this character from RWBY. I call Blake. I already have the costume.
You got Blake already.
We have a lot of people here. You can't call it.
I already have it.
But RWBY has a lot of characters too.
And I call current outfit Blake. I call current version Blake. I don't have Blake's old costume.
Oh.
Well, she has 3. But
there's a lot of outfits that the girls have.
There's a lot of outfits.
Gus played a character in the show named Fiona. It's not Fiona. Uncle. Yeah. It's her uncle that Gus plays, but it's not Fiona Nova. It's a character named Fiona, who I think Michelle Sontag voiced.
Very confusing.
Yeah.
Volume 10, me and you, a character. We could be twins.
Oh, you speak at the same time?
Oh my god, Siamese.
Yeah.
No, you've already seen me and BK for some reason speak at the same time. That happened today, and you were like, "What the hell was wrong with me?"
Yeah, I was like, "That's weird." Anyways, no, it's been fun like being around the RT office recently. I don't know. I feel like the energy here has just been good.
It's shifting.
Walking in, it's just shifting immediately, and like just having conversations with people in the kitchen. I'll find myself getting lost in the kitchen for 10 minutes when I'm like, I need to go back to my desk. What am I doing? I have stuff I need to do.
It's like before we started the podcast, you're like, where is Blizz?
Taking a fat dump.
Fat hot dog shit.
God. Pooping. No.
So graphic.
It's just the long wiener of shit.
Disgusting.
Nasty.
Every day too, daily.
But yeah, it's just been, I don't know. People are cool here. I'm a huge fan of like all of you or something.
It's a good group.
Or something. I don't know.
I had speaking of fans, I had a fan moment the other day. I was.
You were the fan or someone's?
I was the fan.
Nice.
I was out of town and I was like going up an escalator, and then coming down in the other direction was this this young woman, and I was looking at her. I was like, she looks really familiar. Do I know her? Do I know her from something? Do I know her? And I'm sure you've probably gotten this look in the past where like someone recognized you from Rooster Teeth stuff, and you're like, they're like just kind of staring at it. And I was like, oh shit, I'm doing that thing, and I stopped. I was like, oh, she was a contestant, and then I looked behind her, and there was like another guy. I was like, that guy looks really familiar too. Oh, they were contestants on MasterChef.
Oh wow!
Oh shit!
Did you
talk
talk
to
them?
No. Like we just passed each other on the escalator. I was like, oh. Those were 2 contestants for MasterChef. Like I know who those people are. It was weird seeing them in person. Yep. It was like just like having that moment finally click.
Yeah.
I got to be in this same because they did a Love Island season 3 reunion in New York. Ooh. So I went there early and I saw them all walk past. First of all of them tiny. Second of all, all of them short. And I was like, damn. But that was me just be like, oh my God, these are the people that are like, Love Island.
It is crazy how tiny celebrities are in real life.
They're teeny tiny. It's so interesting because everyone's body image is subjective, right? And people look at me and be like, oh my God, Ky, you're so tiny, like you're slim thick, and I look at these girls and the person who was considered like slim thick on the show was smaller than me, so it's just like okay, again, subjective. So it's just so fascinating to see like this is what you see on TV and this is what it looks like in real life. It's super cool.
Everyone thinks I'm 5'6" for some reason.
No, you are. The other day, I was going to mention this to you. I forget where we were. We were all standing talking around something. And Trevor goes to me. He goes, I always forget how tall Blizz is.
Was it at the birthday party?
It might have been. It might have been.
Yeah, I'm very tall. And I always forget how tall I am. I'm 6'2".
6'2". Okay.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm very short. People think I'm shorter than I am. But then I stand next to them and I'm not.
You're not that short. You're like 5'4".
Yeah, I'm 5'4".
Yeah.
But people look at, because the thing is, again, slim thick. So people look at me and they're like, oh my God, you're like 5 foot tall. When I show my full body, I'm like, no. It's just a lot of meat in a small in a small area.
There's the first time I met our friend Laurel at the airport. She said, "Oh, you're a lot shorter than I thought you were," and I was like,
"Impossible."
I was like, "Oh my God, now I'm an insecure short king." Yeah. What are you talking about right now? I was like, "What do you mean?"
Insecure short king.
I'm an insecure short king.
Oh man, that's crazy. That's such a Laurel thing to say.
Yeah, I was like,
it is.
What the hell?
And Gus is just tall. Everyone knows he's tall. He knows he's tall.
It's so funny being around everyone at Rooster Teeth Food because everyone at Rooster Teeth is just tall. I'll now be around actual tall people. Like, you're not that tall.
You're not that.
You're not that tall.
We're like television tall.
Like, no, you really are. Y'all really are. Everyone here is so tall.
Do you know what Mondo does?
What?
Mondo, when people ask him his height.
He'll say shorter than he is.
He'll say like, "Oh, I'm 6 foot." And
or
then
like
the other person will be like, "Oh, I'm also 6 foot, but I'm shorter than you." What?
Yeah.
And
just to really mess with
just
their
to
head.
mess them up, and I'm like, "Oh,
that's funny."
Because he's
really
like 6'5".
He's like 6'5". He's very tall. He's the embodiment of Loki.
He's insanely tall for no goddamn reason. He's been here before, Goofy wise.
Oh
yes.
Yeah.
He's 6'11".
6'11".
What?
He's
6'11".
I didn't realize he was that tall.
Yep.
Yeah.
6'11".
Whoa.
Yes.
Damn.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've seen him in person because we hang around the same crew, and then I'm not at a point where I've known he was 6'11" since I've met him. So I'll meet him and be like, you're not that tall. Because I'm around people that are 6'4" all the time. I'm like, yeah, you're taller than them, but you're not that tall.
Sorry.
It's weird for me to be around someone that much taller than me. It doesn't happen very often.
Right.
And be like, oh, okay.
You're not used to looking up.
Yeah, I'm not used to this.
Trevor and I went to a Super Bowl party yesterday with like...
You mean the Rihanna show?
With some of our friends, like some of our only friends who don't work at Rooster Teeth. So it's like weird to be around people, but they invited a bunch of their friends.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like the tallest group of people I had ever been around. Like I was the short girl in the group.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, whoa, this is a first for me. And even Trevor commented, he's just like, everyone's so tall here. Like, he's like, I feel like I have to stand up straighter. Like, we're used to being like, hello, everyone.
Watching
it's
you
cool.
And Trevor just interact.
It's
with
disgusting.
Each other.
I hate it.
I know, right? And I'm so happy that you say
something. First of all,
something.
you too. You think you're out of it too? I hate you as well.
You guys are adorable too.
I hate you too. Strong hate.
Oh, shit.
Strong.
It's okay. Let's go back to me and Trevor.
Yeah. No, but like I'll look at you and Trevor. I'm like, oh, y'all are so cute. Like when I was just in your house working, and just how considerate he is. I'm just like,
he's the most considerate.
That's so disgusting.
He did this. He did this. We went on a little date night on Friday. And I was downstairs, like, on my phone doing stuff. And he's like, do you want to go get your cozies on? Like, get comfortable, essentially. We always, like, say get cozies on when we get home. And I was like, I'll be up in a few minutes.
I'm going to cry.
And he kept being like, Sweetness, are you going to come upstairs? And I was like, yeah, I'll be there in a second. And, like, I finally ended up going upstairs. He had laid out 3 options for cozy clothes for me to wear with like different sock options too, because he knows I like to wear warm socks too. And he wrote like, this is like the casual bay option. This is the ultra cozy option. And like, I'm like, what did I do to deserve
Ky
you?
was hitting his head into the microphone.
Going through it. I mean, it's very cute.
When it's my turn. When is it my turn?
God, I've seen what you've done for others.
I've seen what you've done for others. When is it my turn?
You're young. It'll be your turn eventually.
I didn't find Trevor until I was 28, 29, 28? No. 28.
I say we met in college.
So you have years of misery ahead of you.
The years of misery.
Fun fact, I've only ever celebrated Valentine's Day once in my entire life.
I don't celebrate Valentine's Day.
Well, no, but like I've only ever had the ability because I don't believe in just dating to date. Unfortunately, dating gives me a lot of anxiety. So does romance, which is hilarious because I'm a hopeless romantic. But nope, I've never had options.
Valentine's Day for me. So our issue is
it'll come to you when you least expect.
I hate that. It's because it's gonna come to me when I don't want it.
True.
You never know.
December is when our like relationship anniversary is, and then Christmas, and then it's his birthday, and then it's Valentine's Day, then it's my birthday. And I'm like, that's a lot. What if we took out Valentine's Day? So we purposely take out Valentine's Day, but now our cats were adopted last year on Valentine's Day.
So we're like, celebrate that.
Okay,
at least it's not you guys, though.
Yeah, it's not us. So
you can be like, fuck us, the cats.
Yeah, this is going to be for the kitties. But I don't know. Valentine's Day is fun. And honestly, if you do it, I'm not going to yuck your yums. But I don't know. I'm not a fan that much of it. It's just a normal day.
I think it's
no pressure.
No, I don't love it as a holiday, and I think it's better when you just like. For me and Trevor, we kind of pick our own day to do stuff like that. Especially because Valentine's Day, everything is booked up.
Oh,
everything is more expensive.
We are busy for Valentine's Day.
And we're filming something during Valentine's Day, and it's just like, who cares? Like, we could just celebrate and like another day. But also, our Valentine's is usually like ordering McDonald's and watching a Disney movie. Like that's.
Yeah, that sounds.
You don't need reservations for that.
Exactly.
That sounds amazing, and honestly,
just Uber Eats. I'm telling you, Ky, like the things that are not meant for you pass by you.
Oh no, trust me, that's why I don't stress.
Yeah,
like I'm not sad about people I've missed out on because I don't believe I missed out on anyone. They wish they could. Anyway, I'm sad about the experiences. I'm like, oh, it's not. I'm like, it's not cute.
But I feel like it's better
I saw your close story and I was crying.
I know, I also saw it. I was like, that's so cute. But I feel like it's better for you to get that organically rather than it be manufactured in some type of weird way.
Which is why I don't stress about
it. I mean, I've had other relationships and I never have experienced something like this. So like, it really is just about
the right person.
Finding the right person.
Finding the right person, yeah.
And you never know when that's gonna happen. Yeah. You know,
a lot of people suck.
A lot of people do suck.
Dating sucks. I want that shirt.
A lot of okay.
A lot of
now
people
we have the
suck.
Chris Damaris. We have the what is it? Icy roads versus asphalt roads.
Oh gosh.
The piss shirts, and now dating people suck or dating sucks.
A lot of people.
I mean, dating sucks, but a lot of people suck.
Yeah.
It's not in a good way.
On that note, let's wrap this up.
Hey, go subscribe to All Good No Worries on YouTube and on Instagram and TikTok.
And on Twitter. All
and
Good
Twitter.
Worries.
Yeah.
All Good Worries on Twitter.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be back next week. Bye.